Thou art Lord Almighty, Supreme Being, and Lord Master. Show grace to me, thy slave. The Lord is fully pervading in all. Nanak says, He, the Lord, is just near. Sarang, 5th Guru. I am a sacrifice unto the feet of the Guru, in whose company the Supreme Lord is meditated, and whose teaching emancipates us. Whoever seeks the shelter of the Lord's saints, all his sufferings, maladies, and fears are dispelled. The Guru himself contemplates the Lord and makes others to contemplate. He is greatly powerful and is the ship to take across. Such is the Guru, by whose teaching doubt is cast off, and he fully fills the empty ones. They who obey the command of the Lord's slave do not enter into womb again. Whoever serves the God's devotees and sings Lord's praise, his pain of birth and death is annulled. They unto whom the beloved becomes graceful, they endure the unendurable bliss of the Lord's name. They who are striated with the God's elixir merge in the Lord, and their joy cannot be expressed with mouth. Nanak says, by the Guru's grace, they are contented, and by contemplating and remembering the Lord's name are emancipated. Sarang, 5th Guru. O sister friend, sing, sing, I, the praise of the God, the treasure of merits. Blessed is the conjunction, and blessed the days and occasion when man pleases his Lord. On the saints' feet I place my forehead. On my forehead the saints have placed their hand. In the word of the holy my mind puts faith, whereby I have arisen above the three qualities. By the sight of the devotees the Lord's love has arisen in the mine eyes, and my association with avarice, attachment, and doubt is shattered. Nanak says, I now abide in peace, poise, and bliss, and opening the wall of the spiritual ignorance. I have met with the Lord of supreme bliss. Sarang, 5th Guru, Kar 2nd. The Creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by true Guru's grace. How may I express the pain of my heart? I thirst for the sight of my heart. I thirst for the sight of my charming and loved beloved. My heart cannot live in peace and longs for him in many a way. Sad in love of my spouse, I cherish his thought. When shall I have the sight of my God? I make efforts, but this mind does not rest. Is there any such saint who may unite me with my groom? Worship, penance, self-control, and alms, all shall I burn in fire. I dedicate to him all my joys who unite me with the Lord. I am devoted to that saint who makes me see, even for an instant, the sight of my Lord spouse. Much entreaty and supplication I make before my spouse, and serve him day and night. All the honor and dishonor I shall sacrifice before him, who narrates to me the discourse of my groom. I am wonderstruck by seeing the wondrous plays of God, and the great true Guru has united me with him. My gracious and merry master I have found within my home. This has quenched the inner fire of slave Nanak. Sarang, 5th Guru. O thoughtless person, why don't you contemplate the Lord now? While suspended upside down in awful hell of womb, every moment you sang praise of God. By wandering in various existences, you have come to attain this precious human birth, hard to attain. Leaving the womb of existence, when you came out, then you got attached to another place. Day and night you practice evil, beguile others, and does useless deeds. You thrash the straw without grain, and running and racing aimlessly come to grief. The false man is attached to falsehood and is entangled with the safflower. When the righteous judge seizes you, O madman, then you shall arise and depart with blackened face. He alone meets with the Lord, whom he, the Lord himself, makes so, and on whose forehead such a writ is written. Nanak says, I am a sacrifice unto such a person who remains detached in his mind. Sarang, 5th Guru. O mother, how can I live without my love, the Lord? By separating from him, one becomes dead and is not allowed to stay in the house. He in whose company one looks embellished, is the giver of life, heart, and breath. Shower grace on me, O saints, that I may sing the Lord's praise with joy. I keep the saints' feet on my forehead, and my eyes long for the collyrium of the dust of their feet. Nanak says, a sacrifice I am unto him, by whose grace I found union with the Lord. Sarang 5th Guru, I am a sacrifice unto such occasion, wherein day and night I contemplate the Lord, and by good fortune attain him. Noble is Kabir, the slave of God's slave, and sublime is Saint Barber, the Lord's servant. Highest of high is Namdev, who saw all alike, and Ravidas was in accord with the Lord. My life, body, frame, and wealth all belong to the holy, and my mind is the dust of the feet of the saints. Nanak says, by grace of the God's devotees, all doubts have fled, and union with the Lord attained. Sarang 5th Guru. The true Guru by himself has fulfilled my objectives. O myself, day and night contemplate him by whose meditation all the boons are obtained. Nectar is thy name, O Lord. Whoever drinks it is satiated. His sins of many births fled, and he obtains release at the Lord's portal. O my perfect, eternal, supreme Lord, the Creator, I have sought thine shelter. O Lord, show grace unto me, that I may meditate on thy feet. Nanak's mind and body thirst for thine sight. Sarang 5th Guru, Kar 3rd, the Creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by true Guru's grace. O self, why are you lured away by the other? Here and hereafter the Lord is ever our helper. He is the companion of ourself and is of use to you. Nectar sweet is the name of the charming, darling love. By drinking it, one is satiated. To meditate on the immortal being, the holy saints' congregation is a sublime place. The word of the great persons is a spell to rid man of his mental ego. By searching, Nanak has found God's name to be the abode of bliss and peace. Sarang 5th Guru, O self, ever sing the praises of the Lord. By meditating God's name, even for a moment in your heart, you shall be rid of all the maladies, sorrows, and sins. Abandon your wisdom and great cleverness and go enter the shelter of the holy. When the Lord, the destroyer of the suffering of the humble persons, becomes merciful, even the Yama turns into the king of righteousness, Dharam Raja. Without the one Lord, there is no other. No one else can equal him. He, the Lord, is Nanak's mother, father, and brother, and bestower of peace to his vital breath and life. Sarang 5th Guru, God's slave saves all his associates. In his company, their mind is rendered pure and immaculate, and they are rid of the sufferings of many births. They who walk on their path attain peace. They also are emancipated with whom they converse. They who are drowning in the terrible blind well of the world, in the company of the holy, they are taken across. O brother, they whose fortune is great, their faces are turned towards the holy persons. Nanak ever longs for the dust of the feet of those holy men. May the Lord mercifully bless him with it. Sarang 5th Guru, God's devotees meditate on the name of the Lord Master. By